Speaking to camera, what's the best video editor to be using in 2019? I'm Steve Kwasinski, and today you're going to find out on this episode of whatever we're calling the show at this point.
When I pull up to the spot, they be like...
Thanks for tuning in, and today we're going to talk about what the best video editor for 2019 is. There are a ton of editors out there, and if you don't know which one to pick, you may get confused on which one is the absolute best, and there for sure is an absolute best editor, despite what anybody else is telling you. And we're going to get to that at the end of this episode, so if you want to skip ahead, go ahead and do that. But for now, I'm going to talk to you about what the different types of editors are and what they can do for you so that you can choose the best one for the type of video that you want to create. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to give you more tips on video production and starting your YouTube channel and media production, studio video production, and all that stuff. So in reality, I've used several different editors. I've used Adobe Premiere, which is my absolute favorite. I've used Sony Vegas Video. I've used Avid. I've used ScreenFlow, Camtasia, iMovie, Windows Movie Maker, even YouLead Video Studio, which I believe is maybe Corel Studio at this point. And all of these editors are awesome. They all have different forms and functions. Some of the functions cross over, and really it makes it so that if you use one editor and you know how to use it, you can basically jump into any editor and have the skills necessary to use the editor. But the question pops up every so often, which editor is the best? What's the best video editor? Well, I'm going to tell you. But first, screen captures. Screen capture software is great if you're trying to show maybe a tutorial on the screen, or you want to show people a certain website or something on your computer, maybe something in the file system, I don't know. You have a ton of different options. Then screen capture software might be right for you. ScreenFlow, Telestream ScreenFlow is the one I use for my Mac, and Camtasia is the one I use on my Windows computers. Now there's a free option available. It's called ScreencastOMatic, and I like that version because it's pretty comprehensive. It lets you only record 15 minutes of video, but you can go over to ScreencastOMatic's website and download it. I think you maybe have to do an installer first, and then it lets you use it. But check it out. It's free and super easy. Screencast-o-matic.com. The next type of video editor are the whiteboard animation video editors, and these are good if you're trying to show a concept or an idea in a graphical way, picture-oriented way. So I've not actually used whiteboard video editors myself, but a couple examples include VideoScribe, Adobe Animate, Doodly, and Animaker, which is free. If you're not familiar with whiteboard videos, these videos usually have a hand on the screen that's drawing the picture that eventually comes into the entire frame. And it looks cool because it looks hand-drawn, and it's great for people who learn with visual graphics, pictures, etc. The next type of video software really isn't video software, but these tools work great for emphasizing a point and giving presentations. Microsoft PowerPoint and Google Slides, and actually there is Apple Keynote, which I like to use on my Mac. These are great for standard presentations, business presentations, maybe showing graphs and information, and help you to kind of organize all your media in one place. You can include videos, graphics, pictures, etc., music, transitions, although don't go too crazy on the transitions because they can kind of ruin a presentation if you're overdoing these swirl-ins, and it's just, just don't. These programs also let you export videos from your presentation. So you can set a slide duration time and then export the entire presentation and then bring it into your favorite video editing software. Chop it up.
I'ma chop it, screw that.
Move things over, add different music, maybe different fly-ins, etc. So what I'd recommend with these pieces of software is to use them in conjunction, again, with another video editing piece of software. Now we'll get into some of the more traditional nonlinear video editors. All the rest of the editors that I mentioned are nonlinear. Linear editing has been gone since they invented the computer, basically. Now what nonlinear video editors do is they let you stack different media tracks on top of each other and edit things in a necessarily non-sequential order, giving you more freedom for creativity with how you want to edit your project. My favorite nonlinear video editor is Adobe Premiere, but I've also used things like Avid, Sony Vegas Video, iMovie, YouLead Video Studio, Camtasia, ScreenFlow, etc. Adobe also released a cool software called Adobe Premiere Clip, and it's a mobile video editor that you can use on your phone. These are good for creating standard marketing videos, or if you're exporting out of PowerPoint or Google Slides and you want to chop up that presentation, add music and add graphics and pictures and stuff. Any of these pieces of software will work for you. So the question still stands. Which one is the best video editor? To be honest with you, none of those editing softwares that I just showed you are the best video editor. I know, I hope you don't feel duped, but I want to tell you something that may surprise you. The The best video editor for 2019 is you. You are the best video editor because it doesn't matter what software you use, what camera equipment you have, what lighting equipment you have. What matters is how well do you know these tools enough to use them as creatively as you can. It doesn't matter what video equipment you have, it doesn't matter what software you have, it doesn't matter what lighting you have, what audio equipment you have. What matters is your understanding of how to use these tools and use them to achieve the goal that you're trying to achieve. So if you're trying to edit videos, the best thing that you can do is to settle down with one piece of software and learn that piece of software inside out. The quickest way you can get started is by choosing a piece of free software, so you don't have to pay for something and then feel guilty about it later if you figure out editing isn't for you, or you're getting frustrated and you don't have anybody to teach you the software. Start for free, and then once you get more advanced, then switch to the paid tools. Then you're not duped out of your cash and you can have fun in the process. Post-production is powerful. Post-production gives us commercials that we see on TV to motivate us to go and buy something. Or a music video is edited in a way that gets us to sing along and dance, or look at the video and say, wow, how did they do that? Video editing is where Zach King figures out how to manipulate the video so that it looks like he's pulling a bunny out of a picture and then holding the bunny in his hand in real life like that bunny just came out of the picture. That's all in the magic of video editing. With editing, you get to change and manipulate a story. You get to convey emotion in a way that only you can do it. And the only way you're going to get better at something is if you practice it over and over and over. And that is how you find the best video editor for 2019 and beyond. That's all I've got for you in this video. If you liked the content, please subscribe to my channel. I want to give you more production tips to get you involved and started in creating content that's going to work for you, that's going to make you money online, that's going to get a message across that you're trying to convey, that's going to help you edit better, that's going to help you produce better, shoot better, light better, and record sound better. I used to work for one of the nation's leading paint manufacturers and distributors and worked in their creative studio with some of the top minds in the industry. And I want to share the knowledge of what I learned as a project manager managing over hundreds of projects for that company. I want to do the same for you. And I want to empower you to make you feel like that you can produce content for a business or for a hobby. I believe that everybody's got something that they can share that can help them make money online. That's just my humble opinion. Call me over enthusiastic or gullible or naive. I'm rolling with it. So please share the video if you found it useful. Subscribe to the channel if you want more tips like this. And there you have it, the best video editor of 2019. I'm Steve, and thanks for tuning in.